Welcome to X to Interact.
Hey there, welcome to a special episode of X to Interact. We've got the game together here. Sam, Gaff, and Eric, all with me here, your host, Steven. And why is it special? Well, for those watching live, happy Easter. And for those listening later, let's just pretend that it's still Easter and you're on an Easter egg hunt. Because today's topic is all about Easter eggs. But first, we're on like almost everything. TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Twitter, Instagram, and a whole bunch more. There's an easy way to find the link to each one of those in one place. No hunting around for eggs here. Just go to podpage.com/X to Interact. You can find everything you need, all the links. And while you're there, hey, maybe give us a rating. Leave us a comment. We'll give you a shout out on the show, and we love hearing from you guys. So it's a win-win situation. But let's get into some crossplay first, guys. What have you all been up to? I will kick it to Eric first.
Me, being the busy guy I am, have not played much, but I have been playing. Spoiler alert, more Final Fantasy 14.
Wow.
Wow, shocker, right? No, I've been playing more because the latest major patch 6.1 just came out this past Tuesday, and so that included more story content, the newest 24-man raid. Later on, they're gonna do like a mini update to add more stuff, so like side quests and like new custom deliveries, which are like a thing for crafters and gatherers, which I'm gonna take part of because I like gathering stuff. I don't know, I'm a miner and a botanist, so there's that. They also added a new PvP mode called the Crystalline Conflict. And it's kind of like Overwatch, where there's one like crystal. It's kind of like payload in Overwatch, where you and the other team are trying to push this payload to the other side of the other team. I went in there once, got smacked hard, and never went back in. But people on Reddit seem to be enjoying it. Like I'm hearing like a lot of good stuff about it. So I need to play more. I need to play a little more of it. But I've been hearing it's pretty good, and I want to try it out. Maybe I went in with the wrong class because I went in as a paladin, which is a tank.
Right.
And I've been hearing like machinists, which is like a gun class basically. They get like a sniper rifle for their like ultimate, and I'm just like, I kind of want to see how that is. Can I see? So there's that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that patch because I kind of keep eyes on like the games as a service, the MMO stuff, because I want to be an MMO player, but I'm a dad, so that can't really work out. But I have heard people are excited about like this patch in particular. That's been the buzz about it. So has it been good then?
Yeah, it seems so. I mean, I need to try more of it, but I'm glad like to see that there's an actual good PvP mode in 14 because the other modes really aren't that great. This game isn't really a PvP focused game. It's more on the PvE side. And so I'm actually pretty glad to see that there's good PvP. But besides that, I also had some friends jump back into the game after like years of not playing. And so I'm glad about that because I'm normally the only one that I know who plays the game.
Yeah.
They're still like in the earlier expansions, so I have to like go and help them catch up. But like I've been leveling up another job while helping them out. I've picked up Reaper, which did come out earlier when Endwalker came out, and like when I first grabbed it, I was like, "How the hell do I play this?" But now I'm like getting the hang of it, and I'm starting to see it being enjoyable. I don't know if it'll be my main class yet, but I definitely need to level it up because it's like a melee job, and I don't have any melee jobs leveled up, so I'm gonna try that out. But otherwise, that's all I've been really playing. Yeah, just Final Fantasy 14.
And what else have you been up to though? Like it's kind of a busy week. We're leading up to PAX East, right?
Yeah, a lot of prepping. Still got a lot more prep to do. I ordered business cards. A little late because I had to pay extra for shipping. Should have done that earlier. But I'll show our audience here. Like, here's our new like little business card here.
Hell yeah!
So we got like our logo
sweet.
and stuff in the front, and on the back side we got like all our links. We got our website, email, Twitter, and I put here like on the left side like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So if you see me at PAX East and you want one, just ask me. I got like 100 of them. So there's that. Just don't take a bulk. I gotta give it to other people too.
Yeah,
I like the color of it.
I do too. Nice. It's definitely clean. They came out pretty good. So
Yeah, just besides all that like fiddling around with the design because bleeding zones and like safety zones, I'm like, I don't understand any of this. Why does it matter?
and
But yeah,
we
finally got it.
we learned together, and we finally figured out a stinking card design. So that's good.
Yeah.
Especially because apparently you have to have a card for the badge. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's so weird.
So the email, I don't think they ever mentioned this beforehand, but like in the email they stated that I have to go over there to pick it up at their will call area. I need to show my ID and business card. And like I was gonna make a business card either way, but the good thing I made it because they needed the business card to pick up the badge.
That is. We unintentionally
Shit.
saved ourselves there.
Yes.
Yeah, imagine if you did it.
I know.
You'd be stuck in Boston.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
But yeah, I still gotta make a couple more appointments leading up. Within like 4 days at this point. And so I gotta hurry up with that. Because I've only got a few appointments. I want to make a couple more.
We've also been in the middle of a moving, so like that doesn't really.
Yeah. Like if an audience didn't notice last week, I'm in a new place. So
It's clean.
this is like this is a temporary place. This is not permanent. I'm gonna be here for like a couple months or whatever, but then I have to do another move, but should be fine for now. I'll still be on the podcast and doing stuff, yeah.
Nice. Gaff. What have you been doing?
Well, Eric might know some of this. I've been playing in Master Duel, the Synchro event.
Oh, is that actually
gems.
I haven't logged into Master Duel in a couple weeks.
So it's an event where again you can only use certain types of cards. So I built my deck that I've been saving for ever since the game first launched. So because some new cards came out like 2 weeks ago, and I've been using those, and I finally pulled off like my super long and super sick combo. But hey, again, another problem with this event that's been prevalent among all the events they've had so far. People are abusing certain cards that are allowed to just grind easy gems, making it not very fun for those that are actually like playing to like the spirit of the event. So like I'm playing the cards that Konami wants you to play, but some people are just gaming the system and making decks that are either make you quit because you don't want to play against them, or they do some super cheese move. And yeah, so there's that. Otherwise, I played real life Yu-Gi-Oh the other day. I went 3-2. It's pretty good for me. That's it.
Nice. Did you do anything outside of video games that you want to talk about?
I wrote an exam on Thursday, and
Very exciting.
Nice.
I did get like a smidge sentimental because it's like my second last in-person exam. So, on the 27th will be my last one, and then I will no longer set foot on that campus. At least, nothing will demand that I go there.
Dang.
So, I went to the gym for the second last time there, and like I was thinking about it, and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna make my next workout a good workout because it'll be the last time I can go there.
Yeah, it's interesting how that works out when you. I imagine it's akin to like being in high school, but only it's probably more important now, right? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, because you're reaching the end of it as far as like your degree, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I don't know. That's got to be exciting. All right. So that's it for you then this week. Nothing crazy. Like
It was just studying and Yu-Gi-Oh. That's it.
Sam, what's up?
I usually have a long list, but it's pretty fucking short this week. I didn't really do much. I played Lego Star Wars. I only played one day. I played the original Star Wars, so episode 4. It was the best episode so far, I think, in the game. Which you know, which tracks with the movies.
Wow.
And then I've been playing a lot of MLB The Show. And let me tell you, that
still MLB The Show?
It's just sad. Like, I hate exclusives, but like it's just so poorly optimized. Like, I don't know how like I don't know how the PS5 version is, but I'm playing on Series S because of Game Pass. Obviously, I'm not gonna fucking pay for it on PlayStation when I have Game Pass. But it's just like, I don't know. There's so many more bugs like that I notice. Like the game I never used to know, like, I don't know. Like the tutorials always like reactivate themselves every time I have to like restart the game.
Oh,
And it's just
no.
like super fucking annoying because like all the tutorials pop up. And it's like, I need some of them because like if I start a new mode, then I'm going to need them.
So you don't just shut
so
them
I
off
don't
completely.
Because I don't want to turn them off completely because if I start a new mode, I might need them. So like they'll pop up. I think it might have gotten fixed in an update, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I think my game quick resumed last time I used it. So, and then like the in Road to the Show, there's these videos that play like every once in a while of like a fake baseball podcast or whatever, talking about your player and shit. And like I'd say a good like 30% of the time that audio will be completely silent.
Really?
Like the audio of that will just be like not there. So that's awesome.
I've heard
It
those
happens
are
to the best
good
of
though,
us.
right? Like
What's that?
I've heard those are good. They're usually pretty engaging, those little.
I mean, yeah, they're neat. Like they're not anything
Well, when you're playing a video game,
insane, but
you're not trying to watch a podcast in the middle of it?
I mean that is
yeah,
true.
but it's cool because it like adds to it kind of like
Oh, the immersion.
it adds to like your story because Road to the Show is this whole
Yeah.
it's the whole mode where you play as one player, so it's kind of like they're talking about your successes or whatnot.
It's like when they would
but-
do it in Madden, right? Where you have like them talking about the players outside of the actual games themselves, and it kind of adds to like you being involved in this character's journey, right? So
Yeah, except Madden sucks. So
yeah, it's been sucking lately.
and Road to let me tell you, MLB The Show is getting dangerously close to like an EA Sports title game because
Ouch.
they have not done anything really.
It sucks.
I guess Diamond Dynasty is better this year. I have never played Diamond Dynasty in the past.
Yeah.
I jumped into it a little bit this year. I might get into it. But outside of that, it's fun. It's still fun. It's still baseball. So yeah. Enjoying it as much as I can.
Nice.
I think the 76 that Eric got was pretty accurate.
Speaking of Eric, real quick, you said you saw the Sonic movie, right? I believe.
Yeah, that was last week.
What I heard a little bit of it, and now that you're like a week out, do you still think it's as good as you were back at like a week ago?
Yeah, I still think so. I still think it's pretty good. I think it's still the best video game movie there is. I mean, there's like a lot of competition, to be honest. Like,
Well, there are a lot of video game adaptations at least.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like video game adaptation movies. It's definitely the best one I've seen so
I
far.
was gonna say Wreck-It Ralph is a video game movie, and that movie
Yeah,
is
okay,
awesome.
that's
Like-
a good one. Yeah, but it's not like a video game adaptation. You know what I mean?
If we're
Yeah.
counting like
Yeah,
kind of like Arcane and what was it, Castlevania? I mean those.
But those are TV shows, though.
Okay,
They're
yeah.
different.
Right.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying Arcane is probably top if we're talking like
I haven't seen it, but
themed from video games at least.
yeah, but I'm specifically talking about movies that we
Right,
have so
right.
far.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
the
I,
Assassin's Creeds and
Oh god,
Detective
I've seen
Pikachu's.
Assassin's Creed. It wasn't great. I haven't seen Detective Pikachu, but I
It's
heard
underrated.
that one's pretty good.
I think
It's better than Tomb Raider.
yeah.
I haven't seen Tomb Raider.
You're
either,
telling
but,
me
like,
it's better than
Neither
Monster
have I.
Hunter, man? It's better than
Yeah.
Oh
Monster
god,
God,
that
even-
movie is so bad.
And Uncharted is It's
I don't.
Yeah, I
believe
love
you.
how I said I was going to see Uncharted. I haven't seen it.
And you had free tickets too. That's
Did
the
you
thing.
see it, Gav?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven, I had the chance for free tickets. I didn't buy the
Oh.
PS4 upgrade of Uncharted yet, so I
Okay.
was like,
Yeah. Dude, I paid for it.
Unbelievable that you would support that nonsense.
So
that's
rude.
like going. That's like going to pay to see Morbius right there.
Oh man, I don't even.
Oh
get
yeah,
started
number
on
one
that.
movie in America for like a day.
Fucking Sony and their shit movies,
They've been on a roll with those lately,
and
man.
then they'll come out with fucking Spider-Verse 2, and I'll be happy and forgive them for their sins.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still think Sonic 2 is a great movie. I mean, it obviously has its problems. Like, there's like a wedding side plot that I like don't really care about. But I do like how it focuses more on Sonic and friends, and like I said, Jim Carrey still nails it as like on his own version of Robotnik.
Yeah. What a performance to retire on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Going out with a bang.
It's so sad
I
that
know.
Jim Carrey's retiring.
I'm sad
after
about it. That's
beating
what
Sonic.
Right. That's what broke him. Sonic finally made him retire. I don't know.
But yeah. He does great as Robotnik. Like, it's not like the video game Robotnik, but like it's his own spin on it, and I feel like it works.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go see it probably today because I
still want to see it.
Yeah.
Bring your kids. It'll be a good time.
They saw the first one with me, so
even better. Bring your kids.
I am not going to go see it.
Wow.
I just want to put that out there since you guys said you were going to go see it.
So rude.
I'm not going to go see it. I've never played a Sonic game, so like I don't even know.
Okay.
Like I know he's blue.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Sonic X,
and he gotta go fast. I know he's got a feather named Tails.
Yep.
And Amy. You got a girl like I was trying to follow him, Amy. Yeah.
Probably not as hot as Carmelita.
Cream cheese.
Okay. All right. We also got Knuckles, but he doesn't chuckle.
Yeah, Knuckles is
If you get that reference, I love you.
Is that a saying? That Knuckles doesn't chuckle?
Damn it.
Funny.
Damn it, Eric.
There's like music in Sonic. I forget which one it was. Sonic Adventure 1 or 2.
Sonic
and like
Adventure.
that was like the lyrics for one of the songs. Like my name is Knuckles and I don't chuckle or something like that.
It was
like many
rhymes.
Like many characters in Super Smash Bros. That's like my only experience with Sonic. Really, like playing as Sonic. In Super Smash is like my only experience.
I'll show you.
You're not missing a whole lot.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Sonic's moveset in Smash kind of sucks because like all the same moves basically.
Yeah. Well, that's just the only like thing I know him from, or that I've played as him in, much like Star Fox and Falco and all that shit.
Yeah, but
all them characters.
That's another
and
story
Kirby
entirely.
Until I played Kirby's
Forgotten Lands,
whatever the hell it's called, Forgotten Lands, Forbidden West. Yeah, Kirby's Forbidden West.
That's scary.
What?
That's it.
Did you think Kirby was a Smash Bros. Only character at one point?
No. Nothing like that. Like I knew I knew these characters were from other games. It's just like I had never played as those characters.
Although I gotta say, like overfilled mode with a robot dinosaur inside Kirby, kind of cool.
Dude, fucking Kirby rules. But like, yeah, like all the Fire Emblem characters. I've never played a Fire Emblem game, and like, I know that they exist, but I've never played their game.
I've always bounced off
Persona.
of
I've never played
Fire Emblem because of the combat. So I don't know.
Three Houses is good. Play that.
Okay. When I get another 300 hours, 300 hours to dedicate when I'm not playing Elden Ring, which is what I just finished. I want to say probably beginning of the week, Monday. I don't know, whichever day. Anyways, 150 hours into that fucking game.
Did you beat Melania?
I beat Melania. I missed one boss that I'm gonna go back and get in for Broken Farum Azula. It's like the Dragon Lord.
Oh,
so,
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's very hard to get to. So, well, easy to miss, right?
Yeah, I think I have that one in Melania left, but at this point, I'm just like, I'll wait till the DLC.
Melania is... I have words to say about Melania. I will say I resorted to using the Mimic tier for way too many bosses.
Oh, that's cheating.
It is, yeah.
I heard on the r/get good at fucking Dark Souls no cheating subreddit that you can't do anything in that game without cheating.
No, everything is cheating and cheesing. Yeah.
Speaking of Melania, sorry. Speaking of Melania, real quick, Steven, have you been on the Elden Ring subreddit recently?
Yes, dude.
And they talk about this one guy let me solo her.
Yeah, and he's got like he's naked besides like a helmet, right? Like
Yeah, so for anyone who like wants context, there's this guy on Elden Ring on PC apparently who's like helping people out by fighting the toughest boss in the game, and his name is literally "Let Me Solo Her," and he's naked and he wears a jar on his head. That's all he has, and like he's apparently soloing this super hard boss,
Yep.
and like he's become a legend basically in the Elden Ring subreddit. It's so funny reading it up, and
Dude.
it's like damn, that guy's a legend right there.
Oh yeah. I like helping people out with bosses. That was my next favorite thing I was gonna mention. Like after the end of, because I try not to summon as much as possible, right? Other than if I was playing with my brother and helping him out, like just because, well, you have to get good at the game at some point. So, that was my favorite thing that I liked going to do is after I beat the boss, if I needed souls, I would just go right back and put my summon sign down so that I could help other people out because I had beaten it at that point, and especially ones that I got super frustrated with, like Millennia. It's nice to go and help some other people out because you can just see how excited they are by how much their character spins around and like crouches or something. So that's been one of my favorite moments, I think, for at least multiplayer gaming this year. So and my brother fully got into it. He spent as much hours as I have on the game. I did not expect that, and for him to stick with it, definitely some good moments. I have some clips I think I'm gonna post that are hilarious. So we did do a cheese, one of them, for what's his name, was it the final boss, which I can't say, the final story boss, right? And the idea is you walk up to this person, the first phase of him, not the beast, right, Eric? You just walk up to him, you don't target him, and you can sit there and launch spells at him if you're chest to chest with him, and he doesn't attack or do anything.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
he doesn't do anything. So we were just like, okay, it's clearly not going to work, and it just worked. We tried it on his and it worked, and I'm like, I don't feel good about this, so I didn't do it because I was like, no, I can't be part of that.
Well, I mean that final
It
boss is like tough because it's basically two bosses back to back, and you have no chance to like replenish supplies or stuff.
Right. I had a harder time with the beast clergyman, and his second form, which is really fucking cool. But
Oh, see, no, I didn't have a problem with him.
dude,
I have the blasphemous blade, and I just fucking nuked him.
Yeah. For me, is melee, right? And he's super quick, and he gets in and out and does crazy damage. So,
Yeah.
Anyways, Mimic Tier for the win. If you don't want to get as good, love that game. I played a little bit of a game I'm doing for review called Flat Kingdom. It's like a 2D platformer. Has a little bit of bugs, and I'm still gonna play a little more of it before I give my final like opinion and kind of do a little video on it for it. But it's passable, right? It's probably like 6 or 7. It's not a bad game. It's just like there's nothing crazy that sticks out quite yet to me. So more on that later. I've been playing more Dead Cells. That's what it was. Dead Cells and Destiny, which nobody really needs to hear about Destiny. It continues to be good. They added a raid rotation thing, or they're going to add raid rotations, so it's going to give incentives for people to go back and play the older raids so that people like me who don't immediately get into the raids can actually beat them because other people are wanting to get the drops. So
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know much about it because I haven't played Destiny in forever, but that sounds pretty cool.
Well,
that
what
they're
raids
like doing that.
What raids have you done then?
In me or Eric?
I was gonna you, Steven.
Yeah, I think you're the more active player than I am. I haven't played since, like, Beyond Light.
I did the original one that came out with the game called Leviathan. I did all of the ones for Destiny 1, which are bringing back some of them. Vault of Glass I did in this one. So I've done all but like 1 or 2 of them at this point. The one with Forsaken I've never beaten, and that's probably one of the best ones, I suppose, with Riven, is like a space dragon, I suppose, with the 1,000 eyes. So yeah, it's gonna be cool to be able to go back to those though. So I'm excited about that. What was it? What was I gonna say? Destiny continues to be good. Dead Cells, they just came out with a Break the Bank update not too long ago, and that's super cool because the idea is it's like you're on a heist. I'm still getting my ass kicked at that game because it is tough as nails, but that's kind of it for me. Obviously, other than like Easter Sunday, happy Easter, right? Yeah, I don't know. So not too much more for that. I want to get into our main topic though, which is Easter eggs.
It's very topical.
Yeah. Low hanging fruit, like I said before. Easy to pick up on that. But I think, stay levy. So, like, what qualifies as an Easter egg I have here? It says Easter eggs.
Wait, hold on. Sam, what does c'est la vie translate to?
Dude, I haven't taken French in like 2 years, all right? It's something live? It's like...
Live and let
no
live?
idea.
No.
Yeah?
It's like... I have no idea.
That's life. That is life.
That is
Oh,
life.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I knew it was
All
like life or live or something.
It's
but I couldn't
essentially,
remember
it is what it
exactly.
is in French, right?
All right, move on.
Yeah.
what a random thing.
Not...
It's
I just got
relevant.
exposed. This is disturbing.
Okay, so what qualifies as an Easter egg I have here? Easter eggs are secret bits of media that developers hide inside video games, as well as like it can be in movies or other media. They come in the form of text, images, special scenes, nods to other works, and more. Generally, Easter eggs are hidden and uncovered for their own purpose. They're optional, and they don't usually grant any bonuses to gameplay, and this kind of separates them from anything like cheats or in-game collectibles. So just cool nods, usually what happens to other games. Nintendo does it a lot in their games. So if you weren't aware, that's kind of where we're pulling from when we were talking about these things. I do have a list from Games Radar that I wanted to pull up and have us go over. While we're doing that, I wanted to have you guys think of maybe some Easter eggs that you found that you were like, wow, that's really cool. I can't believe this is in this game.
I already have a bunch.
I got a few.
Okay.
Someone took mine and put it in the dock, so I'm gonna steal off of them as well.
Oh, I haven't looked at the doc.
Okay, so
I have my own.
I think
Let's do our own first before we go to
I
the
was gonna
stupid
say,
list.
I'm gonna do our own first because
Ouch.
we're important here. So, Sam, what's one of yours? What do you?
One of mine? All right. Well, one. What? It's like a much more recent one in The Last of Us 2. There's quite a few like collectible Easter eggs in The Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah.
But you can find a precursor orb in The Last of Us 2, and that's pretty cool. Obviously shouting out Jak and Daxter, the main collectible in Jak and Daxter. Which is obviously another Naughty Dog game. And Uncharted 4 did this as well. They shouted out Crash Bandicoot. They had the whole section where you actually played the original Crash in Uncharted 4.
That was fun.
So Naughty Dog does like to shout out their own games in their games.
Yeah. Okay, let me get one from Eric. Do you have one?
Well, I'm just gonna call out the ones on the list already here. So,
That's fine.
if you ever played Call of Duty Zombies, basically just that entire game mode.
I was gonna say that.
I was gonna say it.
Well, let's talk about it. what involve or why is it an Easter egg? Talk about that. Like,
So I mean, each map has its own Easter egg, and like it can range from something like an overpowered gun, like in the early days of the zombies maps, to like music, until like really complicated storylines in later
they
on maps.
they really got carried away with it.
Yeah, they did.
It went from Easter eggs to just like, this is how you play zombies.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, because like like I said, early on, be simple. Maybe get like an overpowered gun, and then like I think like as of Black Ops 1, they started like putting in like storylines into the maps where basically the Easter egg was to do the storyline and do all these complicated steps that aren't like, if like you're a normal zombies player, you wouldn't notice, but like somehow people in the community just fucking find this shit out and like figure out the steps for this stuff, and it became such a big thing that they like. That's basically like Gav said, it's basically how you play zombies nowadays. Because like a lot of the stuff in like later maps now, you kind of have to do the Easter egg to unlock like features of the map, basically.
Yeah, in Black Ops 4, it's now like an RPG or something. I don't know, but
yeah,
it's not just survival anymore.
Yeah, they went crazy with it. That's for sure.
But yeah, in Black Ops 1, it was still like cryptic enough, and it's like if you wanted to do it, it was cool.
Yeah. And they would also have like music playing around the maps too. Like there's like always like 3 items you have to like hit X to interact, like you're on Xbox, to or Square on PlayStation, whatever. But you would like interact with the objects, and like if you hit all 3, it would play like a song while you're playing the game. So like it would be like metal or like other kind of music. Like I remember like Avenged Sevenfold was like they had like a couple of songs like in like the maps and stuff, and like
yeah.
For me personally, every time we play zombies, I was like, oh, let me go find the music because like I want to listen to music while fucking killing zombies.
right.
What they play in? It was "Won't Back Down" by Eminem on the like the Pentagon map.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Dude, but honestly, like, it's funny because my son, that's one of the games, like, he keeps asking to play as the zombies mode from Call of Duty because of the Easter eggs, right? So that's something we kind of bond over. And that was, I don't know, he likes figuring out the puzzles and secrets in games. So I feel like they nailed it there, but they did kind of get carried away. Like, that is the crux of the game mode, right? So.
Yeah. Like in World at War, it was just like a mode that you unlocked after beating the campaign, and now it's just like a whole staple of Call of Duty at this point.
I mean, it's a good one.
Like demons and like things with octopus arms and
different dimension stuff. Like,
yeah, I fell off recently just because like I don't enjoy Call of Duty anymore.
Yeah,
and like I feel like zombies just isn't the same anymore, and so I just kind of fell off of it. But I mean, it was fun times for sure back then with me and my friends.
The only Easter egg I came the closest to beating was on that Alcatraz map in Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And it was just with like I matched made with people like randomly on Xbox Live, and they had mics and I had mics, so we were just playing. And the final step is getting on the plane, and then you escape Alcatraz. I got downed. They didn't pick me up because they would have gone down. They flew away, and I never did get that achievement.
So hold on. So the thing about that map is that in order to complete it, one of the players has to die because they're like the weasel basically, and they can't survive.
Yeah.
So it's either the weasel survives and they escape, and the weasel escapes, or the other 3 survive and the weasel dies. That's how the Easter egg gets completed.
That's hilarious.
Because like apparently I'm going into the deep end, but it's like a time loop. And like to break the loop, the weasel has to die, basically.
I guess I was the weasel.
And you were all bummed about it, but you served a purpose there. So
yeah, basically. But yeah, Call of Duty Zombies. That's like my biggest Easter egg, basically, because like that's how I met like my gaming group, PlayStation to this day. Like I queued up on Black Ops 2 on PS3 to like do the Easter egg, and like I found like this group of guys doing it. And that's basically how we met, and we're still like PSN friends to this day. Yeah. So that's like a pretty cool thing for me.
Gaff, do you have one other than that?
There's another minor one in Black Ops. You can get the thunder gun in a mission in the campaign. by doing like some quick steps. That was neat. But I guess the main one I'll give a shout out to is in Halo 3. I kind of mentioned way back when we did our Halo review, where there's a level, the second level in Halo 3, turn the corner, you see this like locked door, and then you hear the characters from Red versus Blue conversing, and it's different depending on what difficulty you're on. So like you'll hear Griffin Simmons or Church and Caboose, and not Church, someone else, Tucker and Caboose. And yeah, I thought that was really cool. Shout out to the guys at Rooster Teeth, and especially if you're a fan of RVB. Also, I don't expect you guys to know this one, but in Minecraft, in the tutorial world for Minecraft, like way back in like 2012 or 2013, you can find the Tower of Pimps in the tutorial world, which is just some like it's just some joke that the guys at Achievement Hunter made when they first did the Minecraft Let's Plays, and then that like got immortalized in the tutorial world. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's cool to find when it's not just video games necessarily in the video game, and the developers give a shout out like that. One that I wanted to bring up that I don't know if it's on the list or not, from The Witcher 3, they have a side quest that you can find in there. It's basically the Three Little Pigs, right? And then you end up in a brick house, right? They're brick, straw, and stick homes, right? Yeah. So essentially you're going up and you're talking to the different people, and it ends up being you have to break down their houses with your I can't remember, it's Ard, right? The one with that blows wind, essentially, that you can break stuff with. You just knock down their houses, and it's just a fun little side quest thing. Another one they have in there is like when you're doing like the fist fighting side quest. I don't know if you remember that, Sam. It's it's like it's a reference to Fight Club in there. I can't remember the guy's name. And God, there's Mad Max in that one as well, where they keep quoting the War Boys from Fury Road. Yeah, I don't know. It's just that one is full of like Easter eggs that I didn't think.
Yeah, The Witcher 3 is a lot. There's also the there's a Tyrion Lannister Easter egg. There's like this little I think it's just like a super random like little fort, and it has this one part where it's like this room that has no wall on the one side, and there's this like short dead body, and it's like referencing when he's in the prison in the Vale.
Yep. Yeah.
In Game of Thrones. With the huge drop off. So there's that.
Yeah.
There's also the Easter egg to Cyberpunk.
Right.
Because Ciri's like, spoiler alert for a game that's years old at this point. But she's like talking about all the different worlds she went to or whatnot at the end, and she references like one with flying cars and stuff like that. So definitely a reference to Cyberpunk there.
Are there even flying cars in Cyberpunk?
Yes. Yeah.
Not that you can control, but yeah.
You ride in like a flying taxi a couple times, so
there's and there's the police like can drive, I think, and like the emergency vehicles and all that can they like fly. But yeah, not that you can control, unfortunately.
Yeah. Any other ones before we get to this list that anyone has want to shout out?
I was looking up a list on here. I totally forgot about this, but in Marvel's Spider-Man, you see shirtless Spider-Man, which is a reference to Greg Miller.
God damn it. Yeah, that kind of took off. I didn't expect that to actually get into.
When I saw that again, I'm like, God damn it. Another one I want to give out real quick. Skate 3. If you enter the code Dead Space 2, you can actually skate as Isaac Clarke in that game.
Oh my god,
nice.
That's pretty cool. Oh, that kind of reminds me of the Lego games. Some of the I
Oh
don't
yeah.
some of the early Lego games have like this extra that's called extra toggle, and it lets you play as different like characters that don't exist in that universe. So like I believe I think Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, you can unlock Indiana Jones. But that's for getting 100%, so that's actually not the same. But in Lego Indiana Jones, you can play as Santa Claus, which is hilarious. And there's just a bunch of like silly things like that. But another game or like studio, I guess I want to shout out is Bethesda Game Studios. All their games have like are just filled to the brim with Easter eggs. Like New Vegas has an Indiana Jones Easter egg. Where you find a fridge that has like a skeleton in it.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the fucking Indiana Jones Temple, the whatever the fuck that Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull, yeah.
Fucking, the worst Indiana Jones movie, and that's the one they made a reference to. But obviously that just fits in with the world of Fallout. But and then like in Skyrim, there's a ton of Easter eggs in Skyrim, but the cooler one that took me a while to find was there's this like ice cave, and there's a skeleton that's like hanging from the ceiling, and there's like this enchanted sword on the ground and a dead frost troll. So obviously that's referencing Luke Skywalker and Hoth and Empire Strikes Back. Trying to think of any other ones outside of.
I wanted to shout out one I just remembered from Borderlands. They have a good amount of those. They're very self-aware. It's one, where was it? It was called Donkey Mong in Borderlands 2, I guess. It's where is it? It's a pizza delivery mission, right? One that leads you to a reference to turtles and their master. So,
I think I remember this. I remember this one.
Nice.
And obviously Ninja Turtles. And you end up, it's below the ground, and yeah, there's some fun stuff in that. There's Donkey Mong was like, he just throws barrels at you, right? It's one of the enemies, and his name is Donkey Mong, and obviously Donkey Kong. So the other one I wanted to shout out was I think it was Borderlands 3. They had like a Gallarhorn reference from Destiny. They had that Wizards from the Moon in there as well, which is a shout out to like,
oh my god,
Peter Dinklage meme that so he was the ghost, and he was like, I think that Wizard's from the moon.
That reminds me real quick. I forget. In Endwalker in Final Fantasy 14, the localization team is big on like references and memes, and they for like quest names and like journal dialogue stuff, they reference like a lot of pop culture stuff. And one of the missions references like that quote you're talking about. I forgot the exact like what a word of it, but like the name of it was like, oh man, I think I sent it to someone on Discord. If I can find it, I'll let you know. But like, keep going. But they did reference that before, and it was so funny.
Again, I think it was Outer Worlds. They did a reference to like Thor's hammer.
I got it right here. The quest name was called "That Specimen Came from the Moon," and I was like, I know what y'all are doing here.
That wizard came from the moon. Like, oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, I don't know. There's some really cool ones. Assassin's Creed has a couple cool ones in there. I know Watch Dogs had a link to a future Assassin's Creed game in there. I think it's 2.
It was Assassin's Creed 4. I remember it because there's like a character from Abstergo in Assassin's Creed 4, like, because in 4 you're playing as like the game developer or whatever,
right?
And then you have the boss in there, and the boss goes missing like halfway through the game. But then in Watch Dogs, you're doing like assassination missions, and I think like one of the final assassination targets is the same guy from Abstergo.
Oh my god!
and like you're contracted by like the modern day assassins to take them out, and it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So Origins gives like a nod to like Dark Souls bonfire, Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
I feel like a lot of games do that. I feel like a lot of games have the bonfire reference.
Right.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I played a game recently that had that. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you guys have the list pulled up with that was on the doc?
I do not, but
Yes, I do.
I just thought of a couple.
We could probably skim through this list because we have like a good list of our own now at this point.
Off the top of my head, I just thought a couple. In Arkham Asylum, you can actually find the map for the next game, Arkham City.
Really?
That's actually on this list, number 15.
Oh, is it?
Number 15 here. Let's go to that one while we're talking about it.
It's like just in a secret area and you can find it. It's pretty fucking cool.
Didn't people not find out until like years later too?
Yeah, so
yeah. I don't think I've ever even found it like in game. I've just read about it.
An Easter egg of superhero proportions. Not only did this seemingly innocuous map blueprint appear in a secret room, it only blooming teased Rocksteady Studios' next installment of the Arkham series. So to find it, you had to head to the warden's office, I guess, inside the mansion, blow up the wall to the left of the fireplace, and uncover a secret room. And I guess there's a blueprint in there for the construction for the city, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it says, so well hidden was the Easter egg, in fact, that Rocksteady had to unveil it 6 months after the launch of Asylum. So
no one even found it. They just were like, hey,
we did this.
Look at this thing. That's funny.
Also, you mentioned the Witcher 3 Easter egg where, what's her name? Siri mentioned Cyberpunk. That's number 13 on this list.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a pretty, like, feel like it's a pretty well-known one.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. I feel like, can't remember if Cyberpunk shouts out Siri or not.
They do.
Like if there's any reference or not to Siri.
It's somewhere in it's obviously buried in one of like the computers or like log notes in a side quest, but I think it's pretty overt when they shout it out.
Because the thing with that, Cyberpunk had already been announced. So like when The Witcher 3 came out, so like everybody knew what it was referencing. Like when the game came out, it was like, oh well, seems like they're probably shouting out Cyberpunk. The other one, before I forget, is in the Mass Effect and Dragon Age. They like shout each other out all the time. But in particular, in the first Mass Effect, there's like the very beginning, the first mission. You can find this person that says, "Thank the Maker."
Oh,
like
God.
you've come, and the Maker is like a god from the Dragon Age universe. So it's really weird that he would say that, but yeah. And then there's Blood Dragon armor that you can get in Mass Effect 2. It's like a DLC pack. It's an armor set from or it's got like the Dragon Age like dragon logo on the armor. It's pretty cool.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna do some polls from here. If you guys see any on there, we're not gonna go over the entire list because there's 25 of them here. But one I wanted to pull personally is from Cyberpunk, which is I guess Hideo Kojima, which I didn't find.
Oh yeah.
And so it says esteemed Metal Gear series and Death Stranding mastermind Hideo Kojima makes a cameo appearance in CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077. It's actually quite easy to miss. I didn't find it. In fact, Mr. Kojima is so easy to miss in Night City that we've written a guide, blah, blah. In short, when undertaking the mission titled The Heist, Kojima Productions' top man can be found regaling his company with stories of trying to surpass the expressive limitations of brain dances. So it is
easy to miss. It's easy to miss, but it's not hard to find at all. It's like because you like go to the bar. I'm pretty sure you have to go to the bar, and like there's a couch that's like pretty close to it.
And that's the picture is almost deadpan, like the model they got there. So
yeah,
it would be hard to miss, especially if you're exploring a little bit in there. But
Yeah.
Does any other one look good to you guys, Eric?
If you hear Borderlands 2, like
up.
legit Minecraft cave in the game where you see like creepers and like Minecraft blocks.
Badass creeper. That's funny.
So
Yeah,
is there-
badass creeper.
There's a link to this list on the
Yeah,
document.
it's on the doc.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
Games radar.
says, and it's just straight up creepers for those listening. Like,
Yeah, it's straight up.
you're spelunking through the caustic caverns. You may find some unmistakable dirt cubes blocking your way. Bust through them with your melee attack, and you'll find a cave filled with creepers on the other side. Killing them may even net you a Minecraft helmet accessory, complete with chunky pixelation. Yeah, that's
Nice.
cool.
I got another one. No, both of these are from Metal Gear Solid 3 actually, and they both entail the boss fight, the end. So the first one is that so there's like eventually you're like going through a swamp or whatever. You hit a cutscene where you can like see the end and like his posse, like on the other side of the dock, and he's like an old man or whatever. He's like in a wheelchair, and if you can snipe him after the cutscene directly ends before they head back inside, and if you do, you just straight up not fight him again later on. Like he's not a boss fight anymore.
Oh, you
But
can
then
just
also-
kill him early, right? Like,
Yeah, if you can kill him early, you don't have to fight him. But if you don't do that and you face him normally later on, if you save and quit and come back the next week during his boss fight, he'll just die of old age.
what?
Yeah,
Oh man.
it's pretty funny. Like
Oh.
like I love the way like Kojima just does all that stupid shit, and it's like, well, not stupid. It's like just like funny stuff, like and, like how to basically skip a boss fight, basically. But it's like one of the cooler boss fights in the game too. So
So I didn't know this. So that the precursor orb thing is on this list. And apparently they're in Uncharted as well.
Oh yeah.
Apparently they're collectible in all the Uncharted games.
Didn't Horizon have
But
God of War reference in it? Like,
I don't remember.
I
with
think it
the
was.
Forbidden West.
Yeah.
Oh, Forbidden West. I didn't play that.
It was. God, it was something from.
Maybe?
It was something. God, I can't remember.
Let me look it up.
I know they had a reference to that I saw somewhere. It was kind of cool. Also, a classic. Go ahead, Gaff.
I'll say I'll thought of one more before I gotta head out.
Yeah.
In Rainbow Six Siege, one of the maps is like a recreation of I can't even say it, Monteregione from Assassin's Creed 2, which is where Ezio's like uncle lives, right? It's like that's pretty much your home base. And so the map is a recreation of that, and then you can see, I'm pretty sure, like the Assassin's Creed symbol, like carved into the building. And then I think if you like stare at it or something, you hear the sound of an eagle. You know, the sound that you hear when you do the leap of faith. So
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty
nice.
cool.
Ubisoft interaction there.
Also, when you can't talk about Mario Auditore without saying
It's
a
me,
Mario.
Damn, man.
The best line in video game history that they just blatantly stole. I cannot believe that like is in that game. It's so great. Every time I laugh so hard.
One I wanted to pull was from, I guess, Resident Evil Village. One of the merchants, I guess, the resident shopkeeper Duke. When you interact with him several times, he'll randomly ask the player, "What are you buying?" in the same fashion as the merchant from Resident Evil 4, who opens his jacket, right? What you buying? What you selling? You know, and my friend and I used to make fun of him for, I don't know why that became a meme. Is it just because that's all he said? I can't remember why that became that way. But it's cool that they're perpetuating that, I suppose.
So
Wait, I gotta go.
Yeah, if you wanna,
Yeah.
I'll turn off my camera so it doesn't like screw up your layout.
all right, sounds good.
Yeah. Happy Easter, happy egg hunting.
Yeah, happy Easter,
Goodbye.
man.
the God of War reference you were Wait, did that screw up our thing?
No. We're just swapped around
No,
now.
we're
It's
all
fine.
good.
Oh, okay. The God of War reference in Horizon Forbidden West was there's these totems that are like shaped like the character, like Kratos and Atreus.
Oh, they're little like.
They're like little doll things
Yeah.
or like totem things. In the game that you can find.
I guess in Hitman 3 you can get abducted by aliens. Well, the ravers among us will attest to having had many out-of-body experiences. I guess it's from a nightclub is what they're talking about. It's a UFO level exit. Can be activated by circumventing the line at the front of the Berlin nightclub, locating the entrance shortcut door and taking a photograph. So this one's pretty involved, it seems like, in being able to be abducted, I suppose, but it rewards you with a cutscene of him being pulled into a ship, which is just wild for something like Hitman. I don't know if this is really an Easter egg. I don't know if I count like Psycho Mantis reading the memory card. I think that's more of like,
I mean, that's still pretty cool.
it's integral to the game at that point, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, I think they're stretching the term Easter egg because like the
right.
number 25 on this list is just a picture of Jack in BioShock.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with the
Which is just like not really an Easter egg. It's just like
I don't know, man. Like,
same thing with the Ocarina and Animal Crossing. I kind of feel like that's a little stretching it as well. Like it's cool, but like, I don't know if I would
that's why
count that as like an Easter egg.
I mean, I guess it
Yeah, that's an
technically
Easter egg.
is. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, sure,
I consider
yeah,
that an Easter egg because I feel like the picture of Jack is just like that's just kind of part of like the story.
yeah.
That's not really that's just
So-
like a story element.
Yeah, it's not something that would be out of place, I suppose, in the game.
Yeah.
Which is typically, I guess, what you're expecting from something like Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I don't know. The crafting in Ocarina does.
I think that's an Easter egg.
I think that's an Easter egg. Like,
Okay, I don't know.
well, it's just
Like, like it's not really hidden is my thing. Like it's like one of the
True.
first items you can craft.
Yeah, but they don't all need to be hidden super well. You know?
Yeah, I guess true.
overt.
And like, as far as I know, it's the only instrument you can craft. So like,
No, there's other
or can
instruments
you?
in the
Oh, there
game.
are. Okay.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten that
well,
far, I guess, and unlocked them all.
And I mean, you could draw natural conclusions from that one, I suppose. Ocarina is an actual instrument, so it's not like
Yeah.
overt,
That was the
I
thing, I was like-
suppose. We've got one here. Oh, Pokemon, I guess, X and Y. The great thing about shorts. And I guess it's a reference back to like Pokemon Red, and Blue.
Yeah. So I don't really count that as an Easter egg, to be honest.
Yeah, just shout out
I don't
coming
know.
back. Yeah, it's more like hidden secrets is kind of what I put as Easter eggs, like when I
Yeah.
think about them. I don't know,
I
kind
got,
of
like,
like the Halo stuff, right? Where you go and you
Yeah. I got like one more here that I don't remember this happening, but like apparently in Assassin's Creed 3, if you go to the homestead, there's a turkey there. It says right here, if you go up and feed it and then you press the Konami code, the turkey is gonna don a cloak just like your assassin. Like that sounds like
Oh, that's great.
I didn't even know that the thing. Like that's a pretty cool little like Easter egg cheat code kind of thing.
How does that even look? A turkey with a fucking.
Hold on, because I'm on a different website right now. I'm on Digital Trends. Hold on, let me
Yeah.
copy and paste
turkey.
it into the.
By the way, for anyone listening, this is definitely far from ones. And if you have any that you know, like feel free to comment, like, because
Yeah.
we're definitely missing probably some crazy ones. Nintendo's really good about Easter eggs in their games.
Oh yeah, like Zelda in particular. Actually, like whenever they do remakes, I believe they normally hint towards the next game in the series. Because I remember Ocarina of Time 3D, I believe had a Skyward Sword image in it. I could be wrong on that. It was one of the some Ocarina of Time 3D hinted at some other game in the series, like through a picture frame.
The Elder Scrolls series kind of does that. They like are always. It's kind of hard to tell because like obviously they reference like a lot of places, but like there's definitely hints to the like what the next game or where the next game is going to be. Like if you look back at the past ones,
Yeah.
there's just like a lot of references to Skyrim in Oblivion, like more than the other provinces, I guess. And in Morrowind, it's heavily like implied that the next game is going to be. There's just a lot of talk about like the Empire, like the center of the Empire. But there's just a lot of hints, like hinting towards where the next game is going to be. I don't know if they do that in like. I feel like they do that in Fallout as well. Because there's definitely in Fallout 3, there's definitely a lot of references to like the Commonwealth, and like hinting towards that whole area and talking about. I don't know if they directly like name the Institute in Fallout 3, but I know they talk about like people disappearing and shit. That kind of stuff is just really cool. Because then you don't notice it until the next game's out, and you're like, oh my gosh, they like were hinting towards it the whole time.
I guess there's a song in every single or a good amount of Nintendo games called Totaka's Song. And it's hidden in Animal Crossing. It's hidden in Zelda. Like I think the first one was like Link's Awakening. And I think I'm gonna play just a small clip of that real quick. Let's see if we can get it.
Yeah, because I've heard about this, but I don't think I ever realized like exactly what it is.
So it's starting at 1992, and then in Mario Paint it goes there too. So it's and it's like, I guess it's in so many games because I'm looking at like the evolution of Tataka's song here, and it just goes through from 1992. In Luigi's Mansion, there's someone on the piano playing it. Here, let's Pikmin 2. It has it. Dude, this is a crazy thing.
Dude,
like,
I forgot about this link that Eric sent has this one for Fallout 3 that's like you open a door and it's just a wall that says fuck you on it. I forgot about that. That's such a good one. That is such a good one. It's not even, I don't even know that that's really an Easter egg, but it's fucking funny.
There is, and this one's topical. There's an Elden Ring one where you open a chest and it's just a message. It's just a message from the developers. It's like, this is a message, no treasure here. Like, and it's just like it because you can't put messages inside the chest, right? But it was placed there by the devs, and that was kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know. For audio listeners, I guess that Tataka's song is like in a ton of games.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. What was it that there's a couple in, I guess we'll do one more, I guess, reconfiguring the keys for Half-Life. I guess you can, says this one's easily missed. But while taking a stroll through any of the office areas in Portal, take a look at some of the keyboards. On some of them, you'll notice that the following keys are yellow instead of black. ASDERHNIP. These can be unscrambled to spell Adrian Shepard, the protagonist of Half-Life, opposing force, as if Portal wasn't brain-teasing enough. And there's references to, there's a reference from Portal in a ton of games, like The Cake is a Lie, I believe is in Borderlands somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. There's a game called Enter the Gungeon, which does a ton of like clever references to things. They have a Gallarhorn in there, which is, it doesn't say Gallarhorn, but it acts like it. It launches a big missile and then tracking wolf rounds. So I don't know. Easter eggs are like super cool. Do you have any more, Sam?
Well, I just found another one. I didn't know apparently in Arkham City you can talk to fucking Killer Croc, which is cool. I didn't know that.
Really?
Because he's in the first one.
Yeah.
But like he's not really in the second one at all. But apparently after you defeat Ra's al Ghul and you're escaping from the sewers of Arkham, make a quick pit stop and chat with Killer Croc. he's super friendly in an I want to kill you sort of way. So that's pretty cool. And that's the kind of stuff I love about Batman and his like just like rogues gallery of villains, is that you can just kind of throw them in there as stuff like that. And especially in like the Arkham universe, where most of the villains are already like established in that universe. So you can always just throw them in there for little things like that. It's pretty cool.
I think one that was cool and I didn't even know about is, I guess at Mortal Kombat, Reptile, he was first appeared in the original game as a secret opponent. So he wasn't always part of the original roster. So unlocking the battle with him was the only way to fight in the Spike Pit arena too. In order to do so, players were required to fight an opponent in single player mode on the bridge arena, get two flawless victories back to back, and then unleash a fatality at the end of the second round. After that, their next fight would be with Reptile down in the Spike Pit. Which, shout out to Mortal Kombat for some of their like hidden fatalities they used to have. Like most of them used to be secrets, because you didn't have the internet to tell you. And now in the recent games, they just show you fatalities, the button combinations. There are some secret ones that you have to unlock in like the crypt or whatever, but most of them is just they give it to you. So the friendships and the brutalities, yeah. The friendships were always my favorites because they were just goofy. I don't know. Easter eggs in video games. If you guys have any more and you're listening, go ahead and comment below. Shout at us at your screens or through your headphones. We'll definitely hear you. I think, given today, it was a perfect episode because, I don't know, Nintendo surely does more, and I'm sure we missed some, so let us know. And I think that's going to do it for this week's episode. I wanted to get... I do this every time I host, but I wanted to get like suggestions that you might have for our listeners for something they should check out over the week. Could be anything. I'll go first. If you haven't checked out any of the Brandon Sanderson books, he does some really good fantasy work and some sci-fi work, but mostly fantasy. Check out Mistborn. I'm like halfway through that series and it's really good. So I encourage you to enrich yourself, I guess, if you are into fantasy at all. It's really cool. The third book ends crazy and I don't know how they're going to do the fourth book. So I'm excited for that. But I will kick it to Sam. Do you have anything?
Check out baseball. Season just started. It's a good sport. It's a great sport. And they keep having to change rules because nobody watches it anymore. And they're making some dumb decisions. Some have been good, but so go watch baseball and yeah, good time.
Eric?
Especially if you can go catch a game live. That's the best.
Come check out our coverage that's gonna happen on PAX East this week.
Yeah.
Self-promotion.
Yeah, no, seriously, we are going to be at PAX East this coming week. We'll have plenty of coverage.
And by we mean Eric.
But we mean Eric. But we'll hopefully, he'll lean on us behind the scenes here. We'll get plenty of stuff out for you guys. Videos. We should have, I'm assuming, at least one video or something a day, or at least we'll have a good chunk of them.
Day,
maybe not
sure,
a day, yeah, but
of...
TBD on that. But we'll have some coverage for sure.
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes out on all the feeds. Twitter, probably the best place for the most relevant updates in that regard. But, you know, make sure to check us out on YouTube. We are doing the shorts stuff, still less as much as we should be, but we are doing short form content. We have one on there about video game foxes, which is incredibly important and everyone should know. Yeah, give that a check out. Hit subscribe if you haven't. Obviously, following is super helpful. Likes, all that. We're on everything. Make sure to check us out and have a great Easter weekend, everyone. Go find some Easter eggs in some games. This has been X to Interact, episode 53. We'll see you next week.